Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you as always for your tweets. Craig and Shaka with me in the studio. Frank with us. Nedum, why are you all dressed up? What's going on? You never wear a tie.
It's because I've not seen you for so long. This is a big moment for me. I'm so happy to see you. Honestly, I had to get dressed up, yeah. This is all for you, Dan. This is all for you.
It's okay. I'm not dying. It's all right. You don't need to wear a suit. It's okay.
He does look like
That's why I'm not wearing black, my friend. That's why I'm not wearing black.
I like it.
Nedum does look like the split second we're done here, he's going out on the razzle.
I know, definitely.
He's going out.
He's going to press that. Wow. He's going to hang up FaceTime and poof. Out he goes.
And he doesn't stand in queues at nightclubs, he walks straight to the front.
Oh, really?
I had a prior engagement which I came here to because this is my job, you know what I mean? But I'll get back to it soon. Just let's go. Let's go. We've got to say hello to Frank. Frank, obviously I haven't seen you for a while. How's the play going on? How's the book sales?
Oh, don't. Here we go.
The book is going very well, and the play I started last Wednesday. Tomorrow night tomorrow evening I'm gonna be on stage. Everything goes well, life is good, and unlike Nedum, I normally iron my curtain when I'm on TV.
You do what?
Just relax. Tranquil.
Yeah, those curtains are chucked up.
Frank, what character are you playing in this play?
See, don't pretend you don't care and then ask him a question.
No, but I'm hoping he gives me some ammunition.
Yeah, don't pretend you're interested. I'm going to be maybe the future president of the French Republic. That's
there you go.
The
political.
Look at you, future French president.
Okay,
and what kind of president are you?
Right, let's get on with it. Right. Who is the best number 9 in the world right now, Shaka? Lewandowski, Haaland, Benzema or Lukaku?
I'm taking Lewandowski.
What's your order?
What were the other names?
Haaland, Lewandowski, Benzema, Lukaku.
Lewandowski, Haaland, Benzema, Lukaku.
Craig?
I actually think, I think this sounds a bit contradictory, but I actually think Benzema's the most in form in terms of the league that he's playing in and the changes Ancelotti's had to make. But I think Bayern are always they're winning the Bundesliga, they're dominating games.
But they could probably do that without Lewandowski.
Yeah. Maybe. There's no way Real Madrid are doing anything without, and I suppose Borussia Dortmund, but Real Madrid without carrying Benzema once again. I'm not saying he's the best striker, but I think at the moment he's carrying Real Madrid more than Lewandowski's carrying Bayern.
So if you're picking a team, who are you picking first? This is your team in the Super League.
Well, over a season I'm picking Lewandowski.
Okay.
Frank, out of those 4, which would you most not want to come up against as a centre-back?
Oh, I would say Lukaku, because the guy is massive. But in the rank you're asking, I would put Benzema at first for the same reason that Craig mentioned, that Real Madrid without Benzema wouldn't be the same team. And I'm not sure that Chelsea would be the same team without Lukaku as well. So I'll put Benzema, Lukaku, Lewandowski and Haaland.
So he's gone French, Chelsea, and then 2 others, and then no particular order.
If Lukaku's massive, what does that make Erling Haaland?
Well, they're all big. Nedum?
Yeah,
huge.
True.
Nedum, your final thought on this?
True.
My thought would be right now I wouldn't want to play against Haaland because he feels like he's got a little bit of all those other 3, and considering how young he is, then I think his future is going to be brighter than all the others.
I can see the headline now. ESPN FC writes off Lewandowski.
Yes.
There you go.
I didn't.
I should get paid more. Written the headline already.
Beautiful. Frank, thoughts on
I said
Metz?
Lewandowski top.
Frank, thoughts on the Metz coach advising Mbappe to be more humble?
Well, first I didn't read that, so I don't really care. But it's being lots of concern about Mbappe not being that humble. I think I always said that when you're 20, 21, 22 and you reach that level, do you think you can be the same as you were maybe when you were nobody? Everything comes to you and you're the center of everything. You're the front page of everything and you want to stay the same. You want to stay simple, humble. I don't think it's possible. And I think it's quite normal. He will come back to earth at some point. But I think I met him like a month ago, and you know, somebody who say sir, was very polite, make me think that he's a good person, and he knows and he has education, so I'm not worried about him.
This is it. Just because he had a selfie with Frank last month, Frank thinks Mbappe.
Is he his mate now?
Yeah, he is. He's got nothing to say. He's a great guy. He's
Imagine turning up to a play.
No. I always thought that.
Where are you going with this?
Imagine turning up to a play and Frank's in it.
Well, you know Frank was in it. It wouldn't be a surprise.
Well, I wouldn't go to play anyway. It's not my cup of tea.
Frank's the star of the show, isn't he?
Yeah, I couldn't take it serious. I spent a year with him on the training ground. I couldn't go and sit down and then Leboeuf pitches up on the stage. Just couldn't. I'd need Wisey swearing at him or something.
Craig, it's a comedy.
There you go.
That's all right. It's a comedy. I'm just playing. Yeah, I know you would be good on stage if you listen to people, but because you only want to do what you want to do, you're going to be unbearable. So, but otherwise you can be good.
I'm not a sheep.
That'd be awesome.
I'm not a sheep. I don't do it every day.
Which of your former teams?
My wife used to say to me, "Let's go to London and watch a play."
Right.
Not when we're living here. That's a long way.
Yeah, that's a bit of a commute. Broadway, maybe.
Sorry.
You go to Broadway.
I said, "I'll go. You watch the play.
Yes.
I'll go in the pub across. When it's done, wash."
Beautiful.
I couldn't. You go to plays?
No, Craig, I haven't.
Which of your former teams do you identify more with, Shaka?
West Ham.
West Ham? You?
Give me a break.
Where are we going? Derby, Celtic, Chelsea, Scotland? No?
What do you mean identify?
Well, which one, I suppose, do you look out for the most?
I look out for them all exactly the same.
Have you met Craig?
Yes, I know.
Have you met Craig?
I know. Nedum, City, yeah?
Has to be, yeah.
Yeah. Frank, Chelsea over Marseille?
No, Chelsea and after Strasbourg.
Oh, there you go.
To say.
Oh.
Perfect. Nedum, do you see Ruben Diaz doing a great job with handling Lukaku just as Van Dijk did for Liverpool?
I don't. For as good as Ruben Diaz is, I don't think he's got the sort of physical attributes of a Virgil van Dijk. So I think he can do well. And I think, to be honest, he did well in the summer against them. Even though Belgium knocked out Portugal, I thought Diaz did well overall against him. So I think he'll do well, but in a different way. I wouldn't compare the two because I don't think Van Dijk and Diaz are even comparable in the slightest, to be honest.
I think the Van Dijk handling Lukaku sort of analysis is a little bit skewed.
Yeah, Chelsea had a good couple of chances in that first half, didn't they?
And the reason I say that is not that Van Dijk didn't play well, because once Chelsea lost Reece James, he was up there on his own. Yeah. Or half the time he wasn't even up there, he was filling back in, and so they were just lumping long balls up. So it's not like it was a fair fight and Chelsea were on the front foot and they were under pressure and he snuffed them out. He really didn't. All he had to do was make sure him and, can't remember if it was Matip, were in good positions.
Yep.
Because of Chelsea's man down. So it was
Dan, the thing is, you know what, last week we weren't there, you know, Craig complained about question being stupid, you know. That's a stupid question, because you know what, you know, how do you want to, it's not a one against one. Lukaku played against the Liverpool defense, and tomorrow Lukaku is going to play against the Manchester defense. And it's not only a player that you confront to another player, it's how the others cover, how the midfield are working. You know, you have to start thinking when you ask a question that it's not about statistics and about personal, it's about a collective sport. So that question means nothing, because if Van Dijk is not covered by others and not saved by the goalkeeper, he's not going to do anything against Lukaku.
But Frank, isn't your whole legacy about the way you handled Ronaldo in the '98 World Cup final? You don't talk about the team then, you just talk about the job that you did.
Of course, I did my job, but I know that I had Deschamps and Petit at front. I know that Thuram, Desailly, and behind me I had Fabien Barthez. I felt like that. I felt, you know. Nothing can happen to me.
Any excuse.
Of course.
I'm not going to rubbish the questions. See, I want to tell you.
I know.
Something wrong today.
Something's
all wrong today.
Did Nedum think of Frank as his role model growing up?
Oh, wow. In what way, may I ask?
So for all you guys there, I did watch you when I was younger, and I did aspire to be in the Premier League. So let's say, apart from Dan Thomas, you were all my role models. How about that?
Wow. Hang on, beautiful.
That's a very
kind of a backhanded, I'm a lot younger than you.
Yeah, that's it. You're all old, I'm a little bit young.
Yeah. Back in your day, when I was a child, when I was really young and you guys were really old, I remember that, good times.
Thank you, Nedum. Thank you. Thank you very much, Nedum.
With Mikel Antonio originally playing as a right-back and now turning into a deadly striker, what's the most dramatic position change you've seen a player pull off?
Well, I was a striker. I was a born striker.
Really, Shaka? And what happened?
And I became a goalkeeper.
Yes, because you weren't a very good striker?
No, I just, needs be, where there's a need, you fill that need, Dan. That's the most dramatic, because I was a good striker. Yeah, it was good.
Frank, you were a striker, weren't you? You went back to centre-back.
Yes, because I was trapped, and that's it.
Okay, good.
And so they send me back. You have to be realistic, and Shaka, you have to face the truth. You were bad, they put you in goal. That's it.
Didn't Buffon play strike up till 14? I don't think he ever played goal until 14 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Final question.
Difficult question, that, isn't it? Really. Anybody high profile?
Buffon.
Right. If the guys could go back in time and add one thing to their game, speed, shooting, tricks, etc., what would it be? You've said speed before, yeah?
Hair.
No, I'll tell you what it would be. Actually, I'm contradicting myself here. Well, lifestyle.
Okay. Right.
Because I think the players are getting so much more out of their game nowadays because they are leading a different day-to-day life that the players in the 90s were, for example.
Okay.
You're not going to.
But then it was.
I was just getting a long-winded way of saying we should all have drunk less.
But it was different in that's how teams bonded. Everybody went out together, had a few drinks together. Some had a few more drinks together, but that was just the culture around the game. And if you didn't, if you weren't a part of that,
right,
you were seen as an outsider, and it'd be tough to kind of fit in.
Right.
So it's difficult.
And I remember talking to Alan Curbishley, former West Ham manager, who I used to work with quite a lot, and he said it got to a stage of the sports science where they could tell that the lifestyle and the alcohol intake and the nights out with the boys and the bonding was affecting the muscle regeneration and the scar tissue and all that. And so, you were not recovering from injuries as quickly, and then the injuries were becoming more of a recurring problem. And that just wasn't because you were overindulging on the pitch. It was because you were overindulging off it. So I think for me, and I think most players, probably a lifestyle.
See, no, my answer to that kind of goes along with, if I were to answer that question, I would say kicking. Kicking was the weakest part of my game.
Right.
But yet you just told us not long ago you were a striker.
Yes, well, that was different.
Were you only a striker that only headed the ball in?
I used to drill it top corner. That was my special.
How's that fight? He wasn't
top corner. I'm trying to answer the question here.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out how you're trying to tell us you were a striker.
Hold on a minute. I'll deal with that in a minute.
You couldn't kick the ball.
To the point, defenders didn't want the ball. All you had to do was just launch it long.
Okay.
Defenders didn't want small passes out to the back. So as much as I can say, I wish I was stronger on my left foot or it was a better pass to the ball out to the back, there was no need to pass the ball out the back in those days.
Nedum,
hold on. You just said at the start of that answer, I'll address your point after I've answered. How can you be a striker?
We've already moved on to Nedum.
Nedum, what would you like? What skill?
My only regrets throughout my career is the fact I didn't score enough goals. I only got maybe 17, 18 goals. Embarrassed that when I see someone like Frank who scored so many, you see like the pinnacle of centre-backs in Sergio Ramos who's on over 100, and I'm sitting there at 17 after like 16 seasons. It's pretty embarrassing, to be honest with you. I wish I scored more goals, and I would have enjoyed it more.
Frank's were all penalties.
Oh yeah, Frank's were all penalties, they don't count.
Yeah.
Okay, Frank, what would you wish you were better at?
Yeah, true.
Being quiet.
True, yeah. You know my career, but no, not to be quiet. I think my stamina, the physical aspect, because I wasn't physical enough, and I have to be truthful. I started to smoke cigarettes when I was 15, and I kept on smoking while I was playing, so it didn't help, and I felt that I was suffering. I would have loved to play in a midfield, in the middle of the park, but my lungs weren't big enough, so yeah.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.